Hi, you have 10 minutes? Let's build a choice board. All right, let's get started. If you recently previewed some of the videos, you may have come across something that I had shared on comprehensible explanations and expectations. It was a lengthy choice board, and people want to know how I ended up creating this. So really, you could do a couple. You can build your own, or hey, guess what? This one was specifically on a template that I found here on Slidesmania. On Slidesmania, if you go to your choice boards and education, there's tons and tons of things for you to choose from, and you just have to be creative and just start building your choice board or game. There's the one I chose. But today, I want to go ahead and let's create a simple 4-choice choice board together. All right, let's get started. So first thing I have here is a clean template. And the first thing I want to do is I want to have actually a blank template. And I also want to be able to set up my page. My page setup, I'm going to go here and I want to change it. Instead of it being a widescreen, I want to do standard. It allows for us to be able to see the things that we're going to be inputting a lot better. All right, once we have that, what I want to do next is I want to add a background. And so we're going to go to background here and you can choose an image. Now, you could browse. Let me show you what I have found. You know, you can actually do many things. So this one, let's just say I found this one. You want to go and make sure that you save this image. And it's there. It's a JPEG because you need a background picture. So let me go back to my sample. And again, I'm going to see how it's down here on the left? I'm going to drag it into here where it says browse. All right. And I want to add it to the theme and hit done. Okay. So now what I'm going to do next is add a text box. I'm going to make sure that we need a title for our choice boards. And I'm going to be extra and already start to add like details. I think this is going to be, I don't know, let's do 35. And let's make sure that I add a color and make sure it's going to be in center. So let's just make this one our sample choice board, and it's not big enough for me. So highlight it and make it as large as you want. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to make sure it's bold, and there we go. All right, now that we have the title, let's add now the choice board. So what I do is insert here. We're going to look for table. It's right here. And I said we're going to do a simple 4-choice. So let's add that in. All right. I'm going to add white. I'm going to fill it with white. You don't have to. I want to. And I'm going to add a color as my border and make sure that my border is nice and thick. And then I'm going to expand, make it where it's large enough for my students to be able to see what I want to write. And I think this looks pretty good. Just a little bit lower and done. All right. In the first box, we're going to have to go ahead and add something. What's the first choice you're going to add? I'm going to have, maybe I'll do something like watch this Generation Genius video on the parts of a cell. All right. And I think what I want to do is actually, I'm going to go ahead and just do the whole thing so that I don't have to do this again. I want this to be a specific font. I want it to be pretty big enough for my students to be able to see. I want it to be centered. And I think I'll just leave it black. All right, so then now that I have where I want them to see it, you know what, this font might be a little bit too crazy. I think I'm going to go ahead and make it even more simple. All right, perfect. So I'm going to link a video. This is on Generation Genius, and here's this video that I want to choose. If you haven't used this before, it's a really nice site. I'll go ahead and copy that. It's free right now for a couple, I think you get a 30-day free opportunity to use it. And then I'm going to add the link and just click on that and apply it. All right, there's the first one. So students would be able to choose if they want to watch this specific video, they go to that link. Now, you could also have them watch a video on YouTube. Oh, YouTube, it would be great. On the parts of a cell. All right, I already had a video here that I want, this one, and I think I'm going to go ahead and share that one. I want to copy and go back to where we were, and I am going to, oops, I'm going to make sure that I write video, and I'm going to highlight that, and that is where I will add the link, and that would be another choice for students to be able to pick from. All right, the next one, I think I'm going to add a drag and drop activity. All right, so this one's going to say something, since we're on the theme of cells, match the parts of a cell. Okay, so to the correct location on the diagram. Okay. So I'm going to need to add a page because these were links to videos. So here we're going to be adding a new page here. And I'm going to actually make my layout again blank. And I'm going to insert here a text box. And this text box is going to say drag and drop the correct vocabulary to the parts of the cell in the diagram below. Okay, do that, make this, make it towards that. And actually, I think I wanted to keep it simple and adding color. No, I don't think I'm going to add color. I'm just going to make it bigger so that people can see. And I am going to center it, and that's it. So now we need a diagram. You can pick anything you want. You might have some other thing you might be using. I have already I think I already have something saved here. I think it was this one. Oh yeah, that one is the reason why I was going to do that. Let me go ahead and lower this. Let me stop. Let me hide this. So I'm going to drag this here. No, wrong one, Patty. This one, I think I had this. Is this it? This is it. Okay. So here's the diagram I want to use. And then the next thing I'm going to do is actually, I don't want students to mess. If you notice this, how they could actually move this around. I wouldn't want that. So let's add a step so that this becomes a background. So what you want to do here is click on the slide, and you want to go to File, and you want to download this as an image. So let's go ahead and do that and see how it's saved here. So let me add a new page here. It's nice and blank. And then remember, we're going to do a background. I'm going to choose an image. And since I already had it here, I'm going to just move it there. Now this will allow for students not to be able to move it. See how I can't do anything anymore. Whereas this one, where the first one I didn't see, I did. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete that one, and I'm going to keep this one. All right, so now that I have that ready, now I'm ready to add a few vocabulary words, some words that they can use to label. So I'm going to add a text box, and I'll add, I don't know, maybe nucleus. Okay, and then I will, because I want it to be the same type of font, maybe this one, I'll go ahead and I will add color, and I will add a, there we go. All right, and so now that I have the first word, I'm going to make a copy of this one, and I'm going to paste, and maybe this is going to be, I don't know, cell membrane. And so you can go ahead and you can actually keep adding to as many vocabulary words as you're going to need. And the purpose of this is that your students will be able to move them, the little words here, and wherever they need to go ahead and label the cell. Okay. Now, Remember, this is one of the choices. So let's go back here. Match the parts of the cell to the correct location on the diagram. So I want the students to be able to go to this link. And so I am going to highlight the word diagram, and I'm going to link it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and link it to the slides in this presentation, which in this case is slide number 2. I'm not going to apply it. Okay. So now that I have that as well, now students would be able to go to that slide. See? Now, how do we get back to the original main choice board slide? Well, we also want to add something there. So I'm going to add a shape. I'm going to use, this is my favorite one to add. I'll just do something like here, and I'll do something like click here to go back to the choice board. All right. And again, I'm going to be extra. I want to make sure it is centered, and I think I want it to have, of course, the same text we've been using. And I'm going to make my font white because I want to fill this in so the students know to go back. And so now to go back to this, I'm going to have to link it. So I'm going to just highlight that. I'm going to get a link. And remember, I do want it to go back to slide 1 and apply that. And so now if my students are here, they can go here and go back, and it'll take me there. All right, next one, last one is maybe I'll have them write something. Write your own song about the parts of the and functions of the cell. And then I want them to write your own lyrics on the slide. And so I'm going to need another slide because it's going to go there. And then here I'm going to insert another text box, and then directions again. Write your own song about the parts and functions from a cell. And then I'm going to center that, make it right here. And again, remember, I'm trying to keep to the theme and make it nice and big and bold. Okay. And then I think I'm going to add another text box because we want the kids to write. So I'll do this here and then make sure that I have something like insert text here. And then make sure that they know that. And I'm going to make it a nice bright color. And again, because remember, I'm going with the theme. Actually, I'm going to use this one here. And then I'm going to fold it. Okay. So now write your own song below. All right. All right. And then remember, I want them to be able to go back. So I'm going to actually take this. Remember, we made this one. I'm going to copy it so I don't have to recreate it. And I can paste it right here on the side and just there. And so when they go back, remember, it should be linked. Goes back to that slide. But look, I still have to link here. So on the slide is where I want them to go to, and I'm going to add a link, and it should be to slide number 2. No, I think it's slide number 3. Yeah, slide number 3. Apply. And that's it. So now you have your set. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if what you've created. Can't wait to see your choice boards that you have. All right. Thank you very much. Hope this was helpful. Bye-bye. See you soon at the next Yellow Coffee Chats. Thank you.